A warm welcome to our last Breeding to Win show for 2018 from the beautiful Vasco's da Gama in Cape Town. Well, seeing as Grant always seems to get the social spots on Breeding to Win, I thought I'd join him today. Grant, lovely to have you back on the show with me.
Well, it's brilliant that you've actually made the effort to come to Cape Town and actually join up at Vasco's.
Beautiful out here at the moment.
How's the weather?
What, sure, and fantastic racing. What a race last week in the Greenpoint. I mean, that must be one of the highlights of the year.
Absolutely, and we've got Guinea's Day that also lived up to all expectations, and that was a fantastic day out as well. But a busy show for us on the last show of the year.
We do, and I just think looking back on the year, we've had some fantastic racing all round, but it's not over yet. Even the year that has come to an end, I think with the trainers competition now and the trainers title, it's only starting to get warmed up, and I think we're in for some exciting times in 2019.
Very much so. The Sean Terry Justin Snaith contest is alive and well, and it'll have a bit of a bearing this weekend as well, I'm sure. But let's go into what's on tonight's show. We're going to start off with the interview that Fiona did out at Aventure with Pippa Mickelborough. We also have a look at the road to the Queen's Plate with Andrew Bond. We catch up with the updates of Coup de Gras, the stallion out at Claverflay. We've got a stallion courtesy of John Freeman as per usual. And we've also got 3 winning foal picks. Now we've put the 3 up. You guys as the viewers will be entitled to vote, and we'll then come out with whoever is going to be our lucky foal of the season, and that's going to be done early in the new year. We'll just be waiting for those votes to come in. And then we've also got a nice Christmas message from the Breeding to Win team, and we look forward to all of you joining us again once we start racing in the new year once again. But let's go straight into the show, and we're going to kick off with the interview that Fiona did out at Aventure. What a beautiful place to go over the Christmas season as well. You get a fantastic array of wines. You've also got a fantastic food menu. Let's catch up with Pippa.
Well, it's a while since we've been to Aventure, and what a wonderful time of year it is. Everything is happening. It's a really, really busy time, and of course a festive time. And with me is Pippa this morning to catch up on all the news. Pippa, once again, thanks very much for having us here this morning.
Great to see you all, yeah.
It's been a great year so far for you. Not only have your stallions been producing wonderful results on the racetrack, but you've also got through your breeding season.
Yeah, all done and dusted as far as we're concerned. All safely foaled and very good percentages in foal. Both stallions still working for those guys who want to keep going. But it's been a great season, healthy. That's the main thing.
You're very happy with your foals?
Stunning foals, lots of boys, dominated by the colts this year, which is quite a rarity. Super horses, very, very blessed this year, yeah.
And as I said, you know, Far and Oratoria, they're really, really showing themselves on the racetrack and getting the results.
I think Var is just a perennial wonderful stallion, you know. I mean, he just never lets us down. Up until I think last week he was leading general sires list. He's already had a great start with his 2-year-olds, so he's a sort of known event that he'll do well. Oratoria really and truly has, for me, stamped himself now. He's getting lovely winners. The trainers are happy with him. I've just got to get the buyers to get more excited about them. He can throw an average looking yearling, but they run like the wind. He's been well supported this year. Would have liked a few more mares, but with our oopsie last year, he's got to catch up now. But I've got great faith in him. He's had as many Group 1 winners as Var. And he's holding his own. He's definitely showing some broodmare sire capabilities now, so that's also wonderful news So I think the future looks good for both of them, yeah.
And it's a busy time of year on the racetrack, obviously, with the Cape Summer season, but it's also the sales. And we're standing here in a paddock with your 5 fillies that will be going to the Cape Premier Yearling sale, and you've got 7 colts as well. And I must say, just having a quick squiz at the pedigrees this morning, you look to have a very nice draft.
You know, that's an interesting sale. Every single time the entries come out, you start getting nervous because you cannot believe that those little fluffy things are going to get ready for January. But this year they're strong. Aventure has strong fillies every year. The fillies are strong. Super River Jates Var filly, a lovely Silvana filly, and then in the colts, really outstanding Master My Fate colt, a lovely Futura colt. Exciting times, they're lovely horses, they look the part, they've got good x-rays, we're ready for action. Let's just hope the new year brings a good energy to the sale ring. Yeah.
Well, these fillies certainly look the part. And then when does your actual proper prepping start?
Well, we're still starting now, Fee. They're in the evening now. We'll start a bit of grooming, a bit more handling, a little bit of low. I don't do too much exercise before that sale in January. I think they're very young. So I'm hoping they'll just develop naturally. They're out all day. Unless it gets very hot, then they come in over lunch. But I'm hoping that natural development or natural, playing in the paddock will do enough. And then we'll start showing them to guests around about the 6th, 7th of Jan. They start coming to view them on the farm, and then we'll be ready for them.
And I know you're very, very proud of your jockeys, and quite rightly so, because what a day Lyle Hewitson had on Summer Cup Day. And, coming back from injury and everything, he's done really well.
I think Lyle is, a revelation to everybody. I'm delighted to have signed him so early. I don't foresee that I'll keep him forever, because I'm surely the international scene will steal him shortly. But he's been a wonderful attribute to the farm. He's a wonderful horseman. He visits often. He loves the horses. He's just such a nice, kind guy, Obviously, with MJ being out for a while with injury, we've had Lyle to carry the flag. We've lost Callan because he's gone to Hong Kong, but he's doing well. So yes, the jockeys were my dream when I started here, and I've been doing it for such a long time, and it'll be sad to not have them. But they're great for the farm, and their social media and their following is huge. So yeah, he's a great attribute.
I know they're very fond of you too, and Callan's obviously just hit the headlines in Hong Kong for his big win.
He's had a lovely good win. He's had a rough time, Callan. He's got a lot to learn about the big wide world, but he's got great friends, and although I'm not sponsoring anymore, I'm on the phone always to him to try and motivate him, keep him focused, and Lyle's a great confidant too. So I'm sure he'll do fine. Callan's just got to, ride it out. I'm sure it's the same for every jockey on the international scene. Yeah.
And seeing the restaurant this morning, it looks so festive, and I'm sure you're going to have a very busy season ahead, probably with staff parties and all sorts going on.
Very busy so far already. It started off, we had a bit of a winter wasn't that bad actually. It started off well with a lot of corporate functions. It seems to be quite a busy thing for corporate functions, and we've done a bit more festive decoration. Seems to be what the people want. We've got some pairings, wine. So yeah, listen, it's busy every night, and we hope it'll continue right until the new year.
Yeah, so you've got lots going on, obviously, and of course, what's happening with Miss Frankel?
That's pretty cute. So Miss Frankel has had her barrier trial. We all know. Anton Marcus rides her regularly. The story from the trainer, the story from the jockey, waiting for the right race. There's nothing wrong with her. They're waiting for the right, I don't know, we wait for the right race. Right draw, right track, right jockey. But she's fine, she's showing great work. Everybody's delighted with her, but Dennis wants the right race, so we'll wait.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a lovely filly. Yeah. And, we've got the season to look forward to on the track as well. We've got Legal Eagle. So it's going to be exciting times ahead with the Queen's Plate and a Met and everything coming up.
Yeah, listen, it's a wonderful time to race in the Western Cape, the Queen's Plate, the Met, great things to look forward to. And obviously Legal Eagle's our flag flying horse. And, sorry that Cue the Music's gone to Hong Kong, but we'll have to find somebody else to keep the flag flying now.
Well, best of luck with everything, Pippa. We look forward to coming back to seeing these yearlings in January when they'll be a little bit more forward with the prep, and look forward to seeing them then. Thank you, Pippa.
Thanks.
Ella Grimston is in charge of the wine here at Aventure, and she's going to take me through this beautiful festive table of lovely wines. Morning, Ella.
Hello.
This table looks really, really exciting. Now, the one you're holding now is your Magnum.
Yeah, so this is a brand new release. It came out just a couple of days ago, and it's our 2016 Merlot limited edition. So we'll only have this available over the festive season, and it does make a great gift.
I know red is a lovely popular drink over Christmas. And what else do you have here? The rosé looks very nice.
So our rosé we're promoting as a great summer, easy drinking style of rosé. And as a Christmas gift, we've paired that up with our Bacillet, Nougat and Fudge pack. So it's nice to give together because we've also used this in our pairing.
That's absolutely fabulous. And then the champagnes?
Yes, we've got the One Brut, the MCC Rosé, which is great for New Year's, Christmas celebrations. And then we also have our fortified dessert wine, which is a natural sweet Viognier 2018. And then, of course, our 10-year-old brandy, which we are also promoting for Christmas.
It makes for super gifts, doesn't it? All these
Yes,
wonderful
definitely.
wines. And you're getting lots of people coming in for tasting.
Yes, it's getting very busy now. We're open every day from 8:30 to 5, and then on the weekends until 4 o'clock.
And then on the menu, you obviously have your recommendations for which wine.
Yes, definitely.
Now this one does look very, very exciting.
Yeah, we're very
and
excited about this one.
You've got a special on that one.
Yes, it's 350 rand per bottle.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward now to listening to what's going to be on the menu over Christmas to join with all these beautiful wines. It really does look fantastic. Thank you, Ella.
It's a pleasure.
Well, Georges is the front of house here at Aventure and a very, very friendly face indeed when you arrive at the restaurant. Georges, lovely to chat to you this morning.
A pleasure. Welcome.
Now, it's already very, very busy and it's early in the day.
Yes.
You serve breakfast, lunch and dinner here?
Every single day except for 3 days of the year, which would be Christmas, New Year and Easter. However, every other day.
And a very, very exciting menu. Whenever I've come to eat here,
Yes.
the menu it's absolutely delicious.
Certainly is. It's at times eccentric perhaps, but it certainly is exciting. You won't be bored with it. And it changes every so often, so we don't have a repetition of the same thing constantly.
And have you got a Christmas special meal on?
No, but on the day we will have something special. We'll have the a la carte and then we'll have on the side a few starters, a few main courses and then desserts as well.
And we chatted to Ella about the lovely wines and you're always here and available to help people pair up the
Yes,
wines with the
absolutely,
food.
very much so. You'll get the occasional one who'll have red wine with a fish or chicken, but usually we pair them off very well.
Yeah, and it's very busy, isn't it, with corporate events and staff, end of season parties.
Oh yes,
There's always
very
something
much
going
so.
on.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, from October month right up until April, we fully booked every single day. So you'd need to book well in advance.
That's absolutely
Yes.
wonderful. And what sort of things are on your lunch, dinner menu?
Well, our speciality is the roast duck. Everybody comes here for the roast duck. In fact, some people reserve the duck before they even reserve a table. And if we don't have, they say, no, then cancel the reservation. We'll come when you do have duck. And then in terms of starters, the most popular ones are mussels. We do that with a Thai flavor, creamy based in a pan over flame, which is superb. And then our most popular ones, second in line with that, would be our what we call salmon roses, which is a prawn avocado wrapped with Franschhoek smoked salmon topped with black caviar, and it has a wasabi mayonnaise smear on the side, not too pungent like most sushi dishes are. And then, our wild mushrooms from Japan, 3 types, also pan-fried, thyme and so on. So there's quite a full range of tastes.
Yes, that salmon one's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
And in the kitchen, you've got obviously a good team of staff.
Very much so. The space is so small, and yet they get so much out of it. Eh? They do very well. It's like being in a taxi, all crammed up, and yet everything comes out perfectly.
Well, Georges, I'm wishing you a very, very happy Christmas and a wonderful festive season here at Aventure. I know you're going to be very, very busy, but best of luck and thank you for chatting to us this morning.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to have a word.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
What a wonderful morning we've had here at Aventure. We've chatted to Pippa, we've chatted to Ella, who's told us all about the wine, and now Georges about the menu and what's going on here over the festive season. A really, really exciting time here at Aventure, and I'm certainly hoping to pop here for a lunch or dinner over the next couple of weeks.
This year's Queen's Plate takes place on the 4th and the 5th of January. Legal Eagle is bidding for his 4th Queen's Plate victory. Andrew Bond takes us on the road to the Queen's Plate.
The road to the Sun Met for 2019 has been immaculately paved by Sunbet. And it all started back at Turffontein when a horse called Legal Eagle, the defending champion who's won the Lormeran's Queen's Plate for the last 3 years, prepared here at Randkiesfontein, was victorious over 1160 metres at Turffontein in what can only be described as scintillating fashion. He gave everybody who was there goosebumps. It was really a magnificent performance.
300 to go, it's Pinnacle Peak, moves Charlotte, clever guy down the inside. On the outside is Legal Eagle, just as I said, further back Angel's Power, clever guy, the leader, Pinnacle Peak. Legal Eagle is flying, here comes Legal Eagle on the outside, and Legal Eagle has won it. Case closed.
Undercover Agent did the same thing at Kenilworth, winning a race over 1,200 metres, beating the odds-on favourite Dutch Phillip. It was also mighty impressive.
It's Undercover Agent who's come forward to pick it up. Velbon along the inside, Search Party. Now Dutch Phillip starts to kick on strongly. Undercover Agent, Velbon, and Dutch Phillip is charging home late. Undercover Agent, Dutch Phillip to the wire. Undercover Agent has won it from Dutch Phillip.
Rainbow Bridge started his preparations slightly earlier at Durbanville over a trip slightly short of his best, and then came out and won the Cape Town Mile.
Bernie's running home strongly down towards the inside, and Rainbow Bridge up the outside, also starting to run home strongly. Rainbow Bridge is coming home strongly at New Caledonia over the last 100. New Caledonia, Rainbow Bridge is coming clear, and Rainbow Bridge goes on to win from New Caledonia.
So he was absolutely cherry ripe for the Greenpoint Stakes, and that's the first race that we're going to look at in graphic detail. A field of incredible talent with all of Legal Eagle, the defending champion, a horse by the name of Do It Again, who'd been victorious in this year's Vodacom Durban July, added to which we had Undercover Agent, the Rising Sun Gold Challenge winner, also a Grade 1 event, and Rainbow Bridge, well, he needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever. Let's go and pick up the action to see what can only be described as the most exciting finish I have ever witnessed in over 40 years of horse racing.
As they flatten for the run to the judge, 600 metres left to go in the Greenpoint Stakes. Undercover Agent leads the way. Legal Eagle is starting to lift. Down the inside, Do It Again, and Rainbow Bridge got 3 lengths to make up. Undercover Agent being tackled right by Do It Again. Legal Eagle in the middle. Rainbow Bridge is now being set alight up the outside. We're into the final 200. Legal Eagle draws alongside Undercover Agent. Here comes Rainbow Bridge up the outside, but Legal Eagle got first run. Undercover Agent won't go away. Legal Eagle, Undercover Agent, Do It Again. Rainbow Bridge flying. Whoa, very close. Do It Again, Undercover Agent, Legal Eagle, Rainbow Bridge, 4 of them in a photo on the line. What a finish to the 2018 renewal of the Greenpoint Stakes. Legal Eagle had put his head in front. Undercover Agent comes again. Do It Again flying, and Rainbow Bridge is absolutely motoring home any one of 4. Heads up, heads down to the wire. Whoa, Legal Eagle on that. I fancy Legal Eagle a nose on the line. On this side, it's Rainbow Bridge. On the inside, it's Undercover Agent, and then came Do It Again. There's probably a short head covering all 4 of them. They literally hit the line as one.
Sean Tarry is a former champion trainer of South Africa, and he's the defending champion of the Lormeran's Queen's Plate and makes a bid to emulate the feat of the incomparable Pocket Power, who won that race on no fewer than 4 consecutive occasions. Legal Eagle will have his work cut out to beat the likes of Rainbow Bridge, Do It Again, and Undercover Agent. And who knows, there may even be fillies like Snowdance and Buffalo Bill Cody may come from Johannesburg to take up their places in the lineup for the 2019 renewal of the Lormeran's Queen's Plate. But first of all, let's catch up with Sean Tarry to find out exactly what he had to say about Legal Eagle's performance in the running of the Greenpoint Stakes.
Yeah, it was absolutely unbelievable, Andrew, but more importantly for racing, I think it was really fantastic. Especially being a very small field, no excuses, no hard luck stories. They were all able to bring and deliver what they were able to on the day, and yeah, it makes a fantastic story for racing.
The horse is the most important thing. He delivered in spades, but the master tactician managed to get his head down on the wire in what has to be the most breathtaking finish that I have ever seen in my entire racing career.
Phenomenal ride, very tactical. He was economical for most of the way, and yeah, full credit to Anton on a superb ride.
We live in a modern age of social media and hearsay, television. One of the things I picked up was you said you enjoyed the 1200 meter win, 1160, whatever you want to call it, but this was a bit hair-raising and a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, you could see what was going to happen in the 1160 a long way out. He was just unwinding the whole time, but obviously, although everything went according to plan 100%, the complexion of the race changed dramatically in stages over the last 150. And I mean, as they hit the wire, I wasn't sure, what the result was. Obviously, in the slow-mo, you could see that he got there, but yeah, it was thrilling.
He's won 15 races now. He's a shade under 12 million rands in stakes. Those are stats. They're nice to have, the money in the bank, and to have the wins under the belt, but he truly is the most remarkable hero and befitting of a horse like Pocket Power. He fits that mold. He's one of those old-fashioned horses that just delivers and becomes a national hero.
Obviously very honest, extreme athlete, looks after himself on the track, through his workouts, likes to give us hair-raising time putting the saddle on. We don't know what to expect in the parade ring, but I think that's all part of his makeup. And it's an unbelievable privilege to have been associated with this horse. Not only to have picked him on the yearling sale, but to have had the privilege of being with him throughout his racing career. Obviously closely associated to the mother, which we trained as well. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal story, really.
Horses for the ages, really. I mean, a scintillating Vodacom Durban July winner, a Guineas winner in Do It Again. The other horse, also a Grade 1 winner in a Rising Sun Gold Challenge. Even though the other horse is not a Grade 1 winner yet, it's inevitable that he does become a Grade 1 winner. And it just presents the most mouth-watering contest for the forthcoming Lormeron's Queen's Plate.
Yeah, I agree with you. Where can you see the four major contenders in a race cross the wire as they did, and then have a rematch in 4 weeks' time? Our racing couldn't have scripted it any better than it's unfolded. It'll be interesting to see who else shows up. Obviously, we got an idea of 2 or 3 others that will be in the race that are top horses in their own right. But I think it's going to really be interesting to see what changes, tactics, the pace of the race. It was a very slow run race. I'm not too sure if I want to see it much faster. Obviously it may suit a few of the other horses in the race to have a fast pace more than it would suit me. I mean, obviously from a jockey's point of view, Anton would probably want to see a bit more pace, but I'm very relaxed if there is no pace. It would have been interesting if maybe noms were on the Monday morning after the Guineas for the Queen's Plate, because you never know. Maybe a 3-year-old would throw their name in the hat. The noms are on the Friday before. So yeah, let's see who else shows up.
Finally, Sean, would it be remotely possible to say that the Lormeron's Queen's Plate might just be his main mission this season, or is it always going to be, as it has been in the past, that the Sun Met becomes the main mission, given that he's unbeaten, given that it is the heavyweight championship of South African mile contests for decades?
It's a curveball answer, but just to simplify it, I'll say everything will be 100% in terms of preparation for the Queen's Plate. We're not looking past the Queen's Plate at this stage, and obviously we always go to Cape Town to run in the Met. That's the main plan, but at the end of the day we're focusing on the Queen's Plate, and obviously want to get him spot on for the day, and after that we'll see what transpires.
And finally, every single race deserves to have a good field, but probably none more than Lormeron's and Gaynor Rupert's passion for the game and what she's done to just an ordinary Grade 1 race.
Yes, listen, the status of the race has always been there. However, they've picked that event up to world class, and obviously a big thank you to Gaynor and her team for not only putting that kind of money into Queen's Plate Day, but also into racing. That injection certainly helps, and it certainly helps for us to have another showcase day on our racing calendar. And the Ormerons Plate has certainly become one of those showcase days.
Well, the well-bred son of Tappet, Coup de Grace, stands at Claverflay Stud for a service fee of only 50,000 Rand. Let's take a look at his stallion profile.
And you know, when you add good looks to racing performance, and in the female line alone, there are 3 reins de course mares, which is massive. Then it is exciting. So I think we've got the whole package. We've got the stallion for sure with Tappet. We've got the mare who was talented, and she herself out of an extremely talented filly. She was champion 4-year-old filly in America. She won the Breeders' Cup. She won 4 Group 1s. She was placed in 6 other Group 1s. I mean, it's huge class, racing class there. And then the mare being by Stormcat. And as we've just spoken about, Stormcat really making his mark as a brood messiah of size.
The Master of My Fate is a stallion standing out at Fastfontein. He's got off to a wonderful start in his stallion career. He's got runners in the Guineas as well. Twist of Fate, well, he was a wonderful advert for the sire, and John Freeman tells us more.
He's a born leader, and he's in front by a length and a half. It's race over, and he travelled well down the lane. Master of My Fate, easy.
Too good. Master of My Fate stays on from Awesome Power, and Master of My Fate from Hill 54 and Pond Familiars, and Master of My Fate, too good.
He's got the looks, he's got the pedigree, and he's banking the money out here. Master of My Fate, easy stuff by just over 3.
You saw him reel off 6 consecutive wins in 8 months from 1,200 metres to 1,800 metres, beating 8 Grade 1 horses. This superb-looking, highly talented, brilliantly conformed son of the legendary Jetmaster is out of the champion racemare Promise from My Heart. She the daughter of champion broodmare sire Eliodor. Not only does Master of My Fate have the distinction of being the product of a champion sire and a champion dam, the first 3 generations of Master of My Fate's female line boast 4 champions among its offspring. Master of My Fate's progeny are taking the family fortunes to the next level. He ended the 2017-2018 racing season as the leading freshman sire by number of winners and races won. And now, in the current season, that first crop, now 3-year-olds, have made Master of My Fate the leading second crop sire, right up there amongst the top 5 active sires of 3-year-olds by stakes. They have already delivered 27% winners, which include 2 Grade 1 horses. One of his first winners, Goliath Heron, was placed in the Grade 1 gold medallion at 2 years. Cape Classic winner Twist of Fate, who also placed in the Grade 1 Premier's Champion Stakes, and more recently placed 3rd behind One World in the Grade 2 Concord Cup.
They've all got to get to Twist of Fate, who's still out in front by a length and a half. Cirillo is trying hard to cut back a deficit, but Twist of Fate is hanging tough, and Twist of Fate too good. Cirillo back in second.
Twist of Fate down the inside. So Grat is picking him up with each and every stride. So Grat draws alongside of Twist of Fate. He puts his head in front, goes home, and wins the Guineas going away. So Grat from Twist of Fate. One World, and behind that Cirillo.
A late maturer himself, we expect Master of My Fate's progeny to blossom as they grow, and we hope to see many more big wins in the future.
Ici, la police qui va enlever l'arc de triomphe. 5e victoire dans la course pour Frankie Lettori.
It's storming home. One of the last possible gasp for the judge and Thriller.
What a finish to the Melbourne Cup. The Brave is under pressure when they turn in. It's been a relentless run, Cup. Who's going to be the last man standing?
Battling on through, then Wings of Eagles, Cliffs of Moa, Wings of Eagles swooping though, and Wings of Eagles gets up to win.
His 3,000th winner.
Vodacom Durban July.
Pouting Sansui Summer Cup.
Well, this is our last Breeding to Win show of 2018. It's an exciting show with lots of festive things on the show, and with me today also is Fian Smith to chat about the catalogue in January for the Cape Premier yearling sale, because before we know it, Christmas will have come and gone, and we'll be looking forward to the sales, to the Met. It's a really, really exciting time. Fian, it's lovely to catch up with you this morning. I know it's been a busy time of year for you, and you're just back from your travels.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to spend some time in Newmarket and also in Deauville promoting the sale in January, and yeah, I'm very excited about the the feedback we've got on the catalogue. The online catalogue went out live a couple of weeks ago, and we're busy getting paper catalogues into people's hands, and I think we're going to be well supported. There'll certainly be some very recognizable faces around, and also it seems like quite a few new faces from abroad. So very positive for the sale and for the South African industry.
That's absolutely fantastic. Really exciting to have the international buyers here, and that's what we're here to talk about this morning. Is the launch of the catalogue. It's beautifully done once again. We've got 226 lots, and it's a really, really smart catalogue, isn't it, with some fabulous pedigrees.
I probably am biased, but it seems very, very strong. I think it's got a very nice spread of stallions, a very nice spread of of the top stud farms in the country, even some international size with a couple of Frankels and Zoffanies and Camelots on the sale. So all in all, I think very exciting, and the pages speak for themselves. And when I listen to the guys that have gone around the farms inspecting the yearlings, so, Kerry Jack and John Kramer and Badger, Richard Gordon, who was our international selections member this year, they're very excited about the quality also in terms of confirmation. So it seems to tick all the boxes. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So we're looking forward to a strong sale in January.
Yeah, that's the added bonus of this catalogue, and what I love, as you said, the horses for confirmation, they've all been thoroughly inspected, so you can really buy a decent looking individual.
Absolutely, it is a premier yearling sale, so the selections process is extremely important, and I think the sale's been around for a good number of years now. So vendors also know the type of horse that sells well at this sale. And this past year I was extremely impressed with the way that the horses were presented, and that'll only improve as we go along. And in the beginning years of the sale, the jury really was out as to whether January is too early to be selling yearlings, and even though it's obviously very successful in Australia and in New Zealand, but I think now it's beyond doubt. The numbers speak for themselves. With a sale having produced 10% stakes winners to horses catalogued, which is simply without equal, even almost equal anywhere else in South Africa. It's a proven recipe, and certainly the place to sell and the place to buy yearlings in South Africa.
What a phenomenal finish we saw to this year's Greenpoint Stakes on Saturday. It was just unbelievable to see 4 horses finishing so closely. But of course, Legal Eagle managed to just get its head in front and giving people a real taster for this catalogue.
Yeah, absolutely. So Legal Eagle's doing all of our marketing for us at the moment. What a way to start the sale, with a full sister to Legal Eagle. And yes, what a race it was. And there was a lot of talk that there wouldn't be much, to choose between those 4 horses, and never a true word spoken. It was an absolute blanket finish, and what a season to look forward to with all those horses, probably lining up on the Queen's Plate and probably lining up on the Met. So wonderful season to look forward to, and an absolutely appropriate way for us to start the sale.
The trainers, once they get Christmas out of the way, they'll probably go and look at the horses on the farms, but I assume the horses will be sort of coming into the convention centre around the Sunday before?
Yes, all the horses will be in by the Sunday morning, so the Sunday would be the first official viewing day, which gives everyone 3 full days of viewing. And then we also, we move the sale. The sale was always a 2-day sale, and we decided this year to make it a jam-packed single-day sale for a number of reasons. One reason being that the Karaka sale in New Zealand is quite soon after our sale. So particularly with a large number of international buyers that we do get at our sale, we thought it was important to really accommodate them. And then secondly, for me, 226 yearlings, and it's kind of the number that we've had over the last number of years. You can fit that in quite easily in one day, and rather get the impetus, keep the impetus up and keep the atmosphere going, rather than split it into 2 days and have to kind of start all over again on the second day. So I'm really confident that the 1 day version of the sale is gonna bear fruit, and then another third positive is that you've got 2 days before the big race day, and trainers obviously a lot of pressure during that time of the year with all those big Group 1s on the Saturday, and we feel that this just gives everyone an appropriate gap between the sale and the actual race day.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The trainers are going to be far more relaxed, having a little bit of time in between. The sale will be done, they've got the big race day, and obviously we've got all the international people here. It's a wonderful time of year. What else will be going on around the sales in terms of functions and things going on?
As usual, it's a real event. It's more than just a horse sale. Klavervlei are starting proceedings with their annual golf day on the Friday. It's the Friday the 18th of January. The Saturday the 19th we'll be racing at Kenilworth. The Sunday evening we're going to do a very informal little get together at a venue to be confirmed within the next couple of weeks. The Monday night there will be I know Highlands, Ridgemont and Main Chance are hosting their annual event for the international buyers, and that's on an invite only basis. And then on the Tuesday we do our cocktail, our pre-sale cocktail, in a very exciting venue in the Naspers building. There's a wonderful venue on the top floor of the Naspers building, and that'll be on the Tuesday night. And then on the Wednesday it's sale day, and as I said, viewing will be on the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, so 3 full days for viewing. And as you also said, the stud farms are always open to receiving people in the weeks leading up to the sale to come look at the yearlings on the farms.
Well, most people just have Christmas to get through, but for us, January is the biggest month of the year, and it looks to be absolutely magical, what with the Queen's Plate, the sale, the Met. Fantastic month, isn't it, January?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful time to be in Cape Town. The weather's good, and as you said, a lot going on in the bloodstock world.
Well, we'll be lucky enough to be getting out to film some of the drafts for the sale over the coming weeks, and really looking forward to them going out on the show. We've already managed to see 1 or 2, but how can anyone get a hold of a catalogue if they want to out there?
As we speak, we're busy getting catalogues into people's hands, and they're getting distributed far and wide. So all the race courses will have a number of catalogues. Where you can simply pick one up. If you'd like us to send you one, and we haven't already got you on our distribution list, just give either Kirsty Kurtze a call or Josie Maria a call. All the details on our website, capethoroughbredsales.com.
Well, it's always lovely to catch up with Vianney. It's a very, very busy time of year for him. He's been travelling, he's been getting the people coming to the Cape Premier Yearling Sale in January. It's a fantastic catalogue of 226 fine young horses. I'm looking forward to seeing you there on January the 23rd.
Well, as you all know, we've been running a Foal of the Week competition for the last couple of months, and we invited all the breeders to send in some photographs of some very nice and well put together foals. Fiona's received a whole host of them. They've been going on the shows for the last couple of months. We've narrowed it down now to the last 3, and this is where we invite you to participate. We're going to be asking you to vote for which foal you think is the Foal of the Week. The winning breeder will be receiving a wonderful case of wine as their prize, and we invite you to participate. The email address for you to submit your votes is fiona@breeding2win, and we look forward to getting those votes in from you over the festive season.
On behalf of the Breeding to Win team, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our Breeding to Win viewers for supporting us this past year. We wish you and your loved ones all the very best over the festive season. Enjoy and cherish the memories and special moments you share with your loved ones. We wish you a Merry Christmas and everything you wish yourself for 2019.
Thanks very much to Julie for that wonderful Christmas message. And in terms of your Christmas, what have you got planned?
Grant, still working, so nothing special. And of course, with racing, it's such a great time for racing at the moment. And I think if the last two meetings show you what we're in for over the Cape season, I think we're in for some exciting racing going into the Sunmet.
Fantastic stuff. Now, it would be remiss of us not to thank all the team behind the scenes here at Breeding to Win as well. We've got Gerrit and Wayne and the rest of the sound crew and everybody else who really go out and do all the hard work and the donkey work, and Fiona who goes out and organises all the interviews and all that. So from our side, we certainly appreciate all their efforts. We wish them a fantastic Christmas too. And the main reason that Julie hasn't said why she's at Vasco's is because it's the Breeding to Win Christmas party. So have a good look at her now, because she's not going to look anything like this come the close of play today. And on that note, we wish you all a very merry festive season. Thank you very much and good night.
Good night.